fine, all right?
Show me your hands! Why? Put your hands up!
These are the dumbest escape attempts ever caught on Bodycam. Meet 33-year-old Robert Langl, who, on December 10th, 2024, was attempting to flee from a group of officers who'd come to conduct a narcotics search on his home. As law enforcement pounded on the door, Robert and his roommate quickly got dressed, and instead of heading out the back door, they made their way up to the roof.
Hey, he's on the roof! Hey, get down here! Show your hands or I'm gonna come up there and grab you. Hey, somebody ran! Somebody ran!
To the officers' surprise, the suspects began parkouring from roof to roof, and they eventually lost sight of both. But luck would come their way in the form of a dog walker who happened to see one of the suspects fleeing.
Walking my dog a little while ago. Yeah. I heard some screaming. I looked up in that back house. A guy went down. Yeah, he went down the chimney. He's in the chimney? He's in the chimney. Hey, he's in the chimney. David said he went in the chimney, one of them. How do you do that? I looked at the window. Give me your leg.
You're an idiot.
Get up.
Show us your hand right now.
Show us your hand.
Confirm. We have a party in the chimney. That Robert party.
Tell him to send rescue. Are you stuck? Rob.
Yeah.
You can breathe fine, all right?
Can you breathe fine?
Overcome by the holiday spirit, Robert apparently couldn't resist the urge to shove himself down a chimney, an action he regretted as soon as he became stuck. And as a result, someone's Christmas was ruined after the fire department had to come in and knock their wall down to get him out.
What we want to do, break this law?
I was thinking just these clips so we can still have not compromise the corner.
Right, yeah, you're right. I don't want
integrity.
I want to leave this right here.
Blanket.
Don't look up, all right, buddy?
Yeah,
His hip looks like it.
and you can't. So slip it a little higher.
Yeah, scoot straight up.
Perfect, huh?
There you go.
After extracting him from an unsuspecting person's chimney like a fugitive Santa Claus, Robert was transported to jail, where he was booked on charges of possession of Class A drugs, possession of Class B drugs, and several charges related to warrants. His roommate actually managed to evade capture by jumping onto a parked car and making his getaway, but officers did arrest a 32-year-old woman who was also at the home and charged her with possession of Class A and Class B drugs. If you thought that was dumb, Robert might look like a genius compared to this next suspect who attempted to outrun the cops on a lawnmower. On September 19th, 2024, an officer paid a visit to the home of 41-year-old James Mitchell Kerr, a man with 2 misdemeanor warrants and a felony arrest warrant for violating his probation. The officer searched the property for James and found him riding his lawnmower. But when James saw the officer approaching, his lawnmower suddenly turned into a getaway vehicle.
How you doing, James? Come on out there, man. Come here. James, stop! Stop!
As James revved the engine and stomped on the gas, the officer was forced to take drastic measures and briskly jog after the machine. Thankfully, the hot pursuit only lasted a few seconds before the mower's front wheels became stuck in a small ditch, forcing it to a stop.
Get off the... Now! Get off, now! Stop! 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 Stop now! Stop now! Get off! Get off now! Get off! Right now! Get off! Now! Get off! Go on! Step off! Shut it off and step off now! I am! Calm Get off! Now! You run, I'm gonna tase you, James. I'm gonna... Drop the gun! Send me another unit now. Shots fired. Suspect pulled the gun.
No,
He shot. Stand by.
In case you missed it, James pulled a gun from the side of his mower and brandished it at the officer, but immediately regretted that decision when the officer responded with a taser and caused him to accidentally shoot himself in the hand. The officer radioed for EMS and James rested on the ground in pain and embarrassment until he was transported to the hospital. Following treatment, he was booked into jail and charged with assault with intent to murder, obstructing, and felony firearm. But he couldn't have been more embarrassed than this next suspect, who was a terrible driver and a terrible criminal.
Show me your hands. Why? Put your hands up.
On October 3rd, 2024, an officer was pursuing a Nissan with no license plate that had taken off from a traffic stop. The vehicle reached speeds of 130 miles per hour before attempting to round a corner at a rapid speed and losing control of his vehicle.
Just lost it.
Just lost it.
Show me your hands. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Show me your hands. Why? Put your hands up.
Even though he was within feet of an officer, the suspect still decided to try his luck on foot and make a run for it. In response, several more officers, including K9 Officer Ego, responded to retrieve him.
What's this right here? Show me your hands now! Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Challenging one.
Let me see your hands. Let me see both of your hands.
Get the dog
Let me see both of your
I
hands.
don't have nothing. Help!
Get on your stomach.
Hands, give it. Yep.
Hey, I don't have nothing. Get the dog off me. I didn't do nothing. I have no record. I've never done anything wrong in my life.
Until he decided to flee from an officer and ram into his vehicle, at which point he was arrested and transported to the Thurston County Jail to be booked for attempting to elude and driving with a suspended license. While most people would be scared of a police dog, this next suspect was more terrified by a police drone. On October 16, 2024, officers were called to a 7-Eleven by an employee who reported that a crazed man had come into the store and pushed him. When police arrived, the suspect was still inside the store arguing with the clerk.
Yes, Strong Police.
Okay.
What's happening?
What's your name and badge number?
Hey, you guys, come out. Come out. Hey, dude, stay. Keep your hands up.
Yes, sir.
Come out. Come out. Don't you move. Keep your hands up. Come out. Is there anyone else in there?
You're not the sheriff, are you?
Dude,
I'm not coming out.
hey, back up behind the cars.
Name and badge number.
Dude, stop. Stop. Back up, back up, back up. Back up, back up. Get out here. Go. 206, I've got the employees out. There's one guy behind the counter screaming, "Don't kill me." I don't see weapons.
Insurance, you have a line inside. He is yelling and asking that you want an ambulance.
Copy. If you have him on the line, can you see if he'll come out?
Stand up with your hands in the air and walk out to us.
This is the King County Sheriff's Office. We're not leaving. We need to help you. Please come out with your hands up so that we can help you, okay? We're not going to leave. We want to help you. We know that you're behind the counter, okay? But we want to help you, okay? So you need to come out with your hands up so that we can do that. We have officers here that are going to help you. We're not going to hurt you. If you can come out with your hands up, we're not going to mess with you. Just come on out so that we can help you. At the very least, come to that door so that we can see you're okay with both your hands up.
At one point, the suspect turned out the lights and moved from the counter to the back of the building. Unsure if he was armed, police thought this would be a fun opportunity to send in an unmanned aerial system or drone to locate him.
Yes. Oh, Father, protect me. Jehovah.
Apparently spooked by the sounds and sight of the drone, the suspect immediately surrendered to the police. He was subsequently transported to the hospital to be evaluated for a mental health crisis or substance abuse. Well, that was easier than the officers could have ever hoped, but we can't say the same for this next case, where the suspect's foolish actions actually led to a clean getaway. On October 29, 2024, an officer was in hot pursuit of 22-year-old Carlos Esquivel, who was recklessly speeding his Dodge Challenger through the city in the early hours of the morning. Carlos apparently paused his escape attempt to do donuts in the middle of the highway, but that wasn't nearly as idiotic as what he was about to do next. The officer sustained non-life-threatening injuries in the crash and was unable to pursue Carlos as he fled the scene. But later that day, Carlos surrendered himself to the police and was charged with aggravated assault on a police officer, reckless driving, leaving the scene of a personal injury accident, and felony evading arrest. But unlike Carlos, who knew when it was time to throw in the towel, the next suspect just didn't know when to give up.
Taser deployment. Stop! Oh.
On November 30th, 2024, officers were investigating a hit-and-run when they received report of another crash near Adele Avenue. When an officer arrived, 37-year-old Timothy Willard, Jr. began walking away from the scene and ignoring her commands to stop.
Hey, is this your car?
Yes, it is. That was the one he was.
Come here.
I have my dog and he's.
Come here. Come here. Sheriff's office, stop. Alpha 25 Central, I got one running. Vermont and Adele, we're going eastbound. He's cutting through the woods on Thompson. Southbound on Thompson, jumping fences. All right, he's going across Thompson, still westbound through a yard. All right, he just face planted, but he's still going. Stop!
All right. Okay.
Taser deployment. Stop!
Oh.
Stop! Stop!
Okay. Oh.
Stop!
Okay.
All right, 1212. I want to say maybe Delaware.
After face-planting on the ground, Timothy accepted defeat and laid there until more officers could come take him into custody. A firearm belonging to Timothy was recovered from the area, and several yellow rocks were found in his pocket that tested positive for fentanyl. Later at the police station, it was discovered that Timothy was a convicted felon out on probation, and as a result, he was booked into jail on charges of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, possession of fentanyl, DUI with damage, leaving the scene of a crash and resisting arrest without violence. That was a pretty sad attempt, but not as sad as this next would-be robber, who didn't know he was being recorded the entire time. On October 9th, 2024, police received a call from a homeowner who reported that a burglar wearing multicolored socks on his hands was actively inside his home. The victim wasn't at the scene, but was watching the robbery through the indoor security camera. In response, police sped to the scene to catch the robber in the act and arrived in time to find the suspect, later identified as 33-year-old Kenneth Whack, running through a nearby apartment complex.
Show me 31R radio. I got one black mount running. I got it! Oh no! Stop!
I'm on the ground. I'm on the ground. Mike, get that off. I'm on the ground.
After being taken into custody, a gun belonging to Kenneth was recovered from a bush. He was later booked into jail on charges of first-degree burglary, criminal trespass with damage to property, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, and obstruction. If you enjoyed this video, watch this one and don't forget to subscribe.